San Nicolas has a unique opportunity, Hing, to become a hub for export creative and or a destination for niche tourism. What do you think about this?
That's quite two scenarios. I think they are linked to each other, I must say. But if I try to answer it from a consultant perspective, I always ask myself, what do we know? What we do know about San Nicolas? What we do know about their people? And it's even though I'm living close to San Nicolas, it's still something that we need to work on and gathering that data. But just intuitionally, I feel like it's more like a natural flow and let's say more feasible to reach out to a niche tourism. And the reason obvious is because of tourism being an industry that we all already know. It's an extension of what already is, and it's just a specialization. It's like, it's efficient, even I would say cost efficient and cost effective to go into that direction. However, I do understand, on the other hand, the creative export hub intentions to be able to bring more of that. But I do think it can flow from the niche tourism. So they are actually linked to each other. So instead of, the other way around, the creative hub will create the tourism, but more maybe the tourism itself will also bring that, let's say, creative need to export, for example. I don't know what you think about that.
No, actually I agree with you. Working at the Department of Economic Affairs, we work closely with the creatives and giving workshops and projects. We have learned from them that they are willing to come to San Nicolas, even maybe to open their shop there if there's enough traffic of tourism. So in that sense, they are really excited about the idea. However, there are requirements that this niche tourism preserve the heritage of San Nicolas. They can come and enjoy the authenticity of the music, the food, the cuisine, but preserving the culture of San Nicolas. And also one of the requirements for them is the safety part. So currently we have creative entrepreneurship project at the hub at San Nicolas, where we have 30 participants that are learning about getting a lot of workshop, getting a lot of information on how to monetize their hobby so that they can become a formal business. But as a consultant and working in the past with Expert Desk as an expert coach, what do you think about the challenges about exporting for an artist?
Yes, I do think what the challenges apply to, I think, San Nicolas, but I think it applies just in general as well. When it comes to trying to export, there are, first of all, is the entrepreneur itself, and I do think I commend you that we're having these, let's say, programs and capacity building in San Nicolas as well, because it starts there actually with the entrepreneur. And sometimes it's quite challenging for the entrepreneur, creative entrepreneur that is so creative and has a superpower, because it's a superpower to be so creative because you need it for business, innovation. However, when you go to global markets, you will require other, let's say, abilities, analytical skills that maybe as a creative entrepreneur you don't encounter as much. So I do think that is one of the key challenges, and I think that Expert Desk is doing that quite well in terms of providing this capacity building. But besides that, besides the entrepreneur himself or herself, we need to also consider all the other, let's say, requirements and infrastructure ecosystem aspects that they need. And one of the challenges that I've seen is the logistical challenges, also managing their costs because they have to import all these raw materials to create their products. Partnerships. Sometimes, we live in an island, we live a little bit isolated from, let's say, the global market. Where do we start? And there I think that there is room or space for the government to actually help and facilitate what the creative entrepreneur cannot actually influence as fast as the government would. But I think that, Sharon, that probably you also encounter different challenges to be able to, for the creative entrepreneur to export.
Yes, and we assist them To mention a few is funding, how to position themselves in which markets they have to choose, because again, we do not have economies of scale. So for them also, it's a challenge how to penetrate a new market. In that sense, we help them also and assist them. And I find it commendable of them, again, that they are so positive about the prospects and about the topic of today, which is transforming St. Nicholas in a hub for creative exports, or a destination for niche tourism. In this sense, I must say that it is important to talk also to the entrepreneurs from St. Nicholas, the stakeholders, and that's why we are here today, to hear from them, like Hing, what do they think about St. Nicholas and possibilities and future in regarding culture and creative industry.